Good morning. Day 3 of my Heart of Wales line trail, and I slept really well last night. I must have been quite tired. I only got up once in the night for a call of nature, and the stars are amazing. Oh, Mid Wales has very, very little light pollution, and it was a joy to see the sky as it was. I woke up this morning to ice on my tent. So first frost of the year, there's a bit of frost on the ground. So as a result, I've decided not to have breakfast at my tent this morning, despite it was quite a good location. I'm walking and I'm waiting for the sun to come up behind me, and it couldn't have timed that better, could I, with the sun there. Waiting for the sun to come up, and then I'll stop and get my stove out. But I think I'm in for a great day. Blue skies. I'm not sure if the wind's dropped or not because I'm on the southern side of the hill and the wind's coming from the northeast. But yeah, looking forward to it. That was a much needed breakfast. I've done about 5.5 miles since I got up this morning without any food or drink, and I got to Pen y Bont thinking I would stop there. I saw a couple of benches, but they're on the main A44 and I didn't really fancy sitting there, so kept going. I eventually came to St Michael's Church, which is on the River Ithon. Beautiful, beautiful church tucked away. So that's why I was sat in the porch having breakfast there. Much needed. I'm just about to cross the River Ithon now, and in a couple of miles or so I'll be heading into Llanelli. So I'm through the town of Llanelli now. I've stocked up with some food. Went to Greg's, got a slice of pizza and a cup of coffee, and I'm making my way south. Now, I've had a good look at the lockdown regulations, and it says that I cannot, or people cannot enter or leave Llanelli without a reasonable excuse. And it goes on to list the other restrictions, which involve visiting people in their houses and the pub restrictions, etc. So my original thoughts were to get as close to Llanelli as possible and get on the train which goes into Llanelli to change, and then change at Llanelli to get onto the main line, because the regulations say that you can travel through an area of lockdown. The issue I've got is that the stations just north of Llanelli, Llanelli is the one furthest away, and I thought, well, that will do, but it's now listed in the Llanelli lockdown area. Above that is Pontar Ddilais, and that's in the county of Swansea, so I can't stop there either. So then I looked at another station further north, which is Pantyfunnen. Now, Pantyfunnen is a request halt, and there are only 2 trains in the daytime, one at 4:10 and one at 8 o'clock in the evening, which doesn't give me a lot of choice. And to cap it off, it's been replaced with a bus replacement service. So I've got 2 chances of getting those buses, and the irony is that that bus will then take me to Llanelli, because it will take me to the main line where I have to change. So I have to go to Llanelli. Now, is it a reasonable excuse for me to walk into Llanelli area in order to catch a train to take myself home? That's what I'm wrestling with at the moment. I don't have any other alternative. I have to go to Llanelli to catch a train. That's how I get to Llanelli is the conundrum. Do I walk in or do I go in on the train stroke bus? The reality is I've met nobody walking the Heart of Wales line trail. I only see people when I go into towns. I can do my last shop in the county of Carmarthenshire, so I don't have to go into any shops in the county of Swansea or in the Llanelli area. So I'm completely self-sufficient. I can enter the town, be completely socially distant from anybody else, walk straight to the train station, get on a train and get out. Is that a reasonable excuse? So, food for thought. I'm just mulling it over at the moment. So I've done 17 miles now for the day, and for the last few miles I've been following the Wye Valley Walk. Picked it up at Newbridge on Wye, and I'm going to follow it as far as Builth Wells. What I quite like about this Heart of Wales line trail is that if there's an existing path in place, such as the Glyndwr's Way or the Offers Dyke path and now the Wye Valley Walk, they take precedence and they haven't tried to oversign the route. So you go with the route that was there first, or the trail that was there first. I quite like that. As soon as I get to Builth Wells and I leave the Wye Valley Walk, no doubt I'll pick up the Heart of Wales line waymarkers again. So yeah, I like that. River Wye's looking particularly splendid. It's a lovely day, as you probably can see from the videos. But a lot of fields today. It's quite a flat route actually. Little undulations to keep the legs from being too tired on the flat all the time. And it's a bit of a link stage really, as I head for the hills the other side of Builth Wells. Cracking day today, really enjoyed it. 23.7 miles, and I'm now through Builth Wells. The route sort of didn't go into the town centre, it just sort of went to the eastern side of it. So I didn't need anything, so I didn't bother going in. And I've had a steady pull out of Builth Wells. I picked up some water, put it in my bladder, my knock bladder, which is 3 litres. I've carried that up here, which you notice the weight when you put that on your rucksack. but most of my camps are dry camps, so that's why I carry the water up. I'm camped right on the path again, but it's 5:30 now, and I haven't seen anybody at all on the route, so I'm pretty confident that no one's going to come through, not now anyway. And get my dinner on. Tonight's going to be pasta with tomato sauce, got a starter of soup and a pudding of coffee and ginger nut biscuits, so that'll get the calories into me. I felt strong today actually. Had a similar meal last night, pasta with pesto last night. I felt really quite strong today. So a good meal tonight, and then up onto the hills tomorrow.